You know what? This alarm reminded me, this, so to say, preparation reminded me of some sort of an alarm. It was unusual, but I decided to try because screw it. It's always good to experiment. Hello, everyone. Guten Tag, bonjour, добрый день. This is me, Zeno77, today streaming for y'all. Some of you may get confused. Why am I streaming 2 consecutive days? But the thing is, if you've been on the Tuesday stream, you might know that we weren't able to start it, to launch it due to internet problems, internet connection. So we postponed it to Wednesday. And today is a classical Thursday stream where we experiment with different bloggers and their content. So before we start, let me just check some of my messages. All right, it's all good, and I think I can show you what's in today's program. Now, there's a reason why I call this stream social skills, because this is a topic that we're going to be discussing. I got my videos prepared, so we are going to start with Kira Loden and her video about eye contact, which I think is an important social skill. Now, not only did she bring me views, but I actually enjoyed watching her. And although she didn't respond on Instagram to my invitation for a collab, I'm still gonna try. And a second video that we're going to watch is actually about this alpha male scares me. I don't know generally why. I only clicked it because I want to talk about social skills, and his title "Smiling Makes You Weak." Like this text, it's kind of interesting. So I hope we're going to have a fun stream. Also, thank you for all the views that we got on the newest reactions. We're obviously we're obviously going to try and get some more. And in addition to that, one more thing that I want to say is I want you to tell me, how is it better to stream? Is it like this, or where I could be on the side and you can see the screen? I personally don't see anything wrong with this type of streaming. I think you can see the screen perfectly. I can be on in the phone. We're gonna try to stream like this today, and then if I see that, okay, it's affecting the views in some way or another, then we can probably change. But I usually do streams like this with Misha Petrov. Yesterday was a Misha Petrov stream due to it being in the order, so to say. Uh, but today we're free to change. So if this is something that you want, just tell me. Write in the comments anything you want. We're always welcome. We're loving your comments, and let's keep it up. So I think we waited enough time. Now we can start the stream. I actually forgot. I even wrote down somewhere that I should put time codes under streams so it would be easier for you to understand where and which video we're watching. I'm gonna try to do it probably after this stream. In any case, I suggest we start.
Nah.
Oh no, wait. We can't start with this. We can't start with advertisements that I'm not. We have four. This goes 100 subs. Therefore, if you're watching this live or if you're watching this on replay, please feel free to go below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. So I can see that the advertisement has finished, and yes, as I promised, 250 subs, and I'm getting YouTube Premium, and we're not going to be watching these ads anymore. So, obviously, the YouTube introduction. Eye contact is dead. Another video by Kira Lopez, who you seem to have enjoyed under the last reaction. And I do get where it comes from because her videos are super simple. When I mean super simple, I actually mean it. She just talks about random topics that might appear, random, so to say, philosophical and human topics that might appear during, let's say, a dining table. Yeah, so for example, we talked about happy man or happy woman, and now we're going to be talking about eye contact, which is a social skill. And I like it because in that way I also get to philosophize a bit, and this was actually one of the reasons why I started this channel. So why not keeping it up? I hope you will enjoy this reaction, and let's keep it going. And yes, before you continued watching it, please don't forget that this is a YouTube channel and we have a goal. We have a goal, our next milestone, 150 subs. That's where we're aiming at. And if we are there at the moment that you're watching this video, still feel free to go to go below and become a subscriber. Subscription is free.
Why are we not making eye contact anymore?
Why is my video so quiet?
Why are we not looking at each other while we're passing at the mall, on the sidewalk?
I can tell you why, actually, because recently there has been a TikTok trend which has been claiming that doing this is creepy and can get you to jail, and it may be considered as sexual assault. Plus, usually, if someone is making eye contact with you, that usually means they want something from you. I don't know, maybe a reaction from you, maybe they just want to ask you to pass the pickles. But in general, if you don't want to have anything to do with that person, you don't make eye contact.
In the store, at the gym, like
Oh, at the gym. Oh my god, how many of these TikToks have I watched where there's a female who films herself, and then I don't know, a guy throws a glance, and then all of a sudden sexual assault. And the problem that I have is not particular with this woman. Keep in mind, I'm not for women being assaulted. The problem that I have with those type of TikToks is that later on, when there are actually cases of assault, women might not get believed because of the cases where they exaggerate it. So keep that in mind while I'm speaking. Don't portray me wrong.
we're not making eye contact. It's like once we see someone, we're like this. Like,
Okay, that's like a bit of exaggeration. I haven't seen people like this.
are we scared of each other? Are we isolated
Yes.
like this for real? Like, are we really that isolated where we have to take everything to the internet? We have to find our boyfriend and girlfriend off the internet. We have to find it through Tinder and swipe. No, we can't even make eye contact with each other. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yes, but people are afraid, and unfortunately, this is the problem that we're facing a lot in 2024.
Forget eye contact. We don't even smile at each other anymore. We're all germaphobes. We're all, you know, like, oh, don't touch me. Oh, that person coughed. That person sneezed. Oh, they're sick. Oh my God. Like, what the frick is happening?
I think the sneezing and coughing is just an effect of COVID, when we all got insane and couldn't even accept someone sneezing in the radius of 2 miles. And particularly if we're talking about smile, I still keep smiles, and I suggest you all do it because, like, necessarily, not even necessarily, don't look like an idiot, like a clown, because also there are some people who just walk around the whole day like, yeah, like jokers, you know. I mean, an actual smile. Someone held you the door, you smile. The bus driver got you to your stop, You thank him and you smile. I don't know, someone gave you place in the same bus. You smile. And there's so many, like, you don't need to do this a lot. But whenever you're interacting with a human being, it's always better to approach it from a position of smiling. People's lives aren't that interesting and aren't that positive at all, like 24/7, if you think about it. So why not bringing in some positivity into it?
What's happening to this population? We're not even making eye contact. We're more comfortable leaving comments in a video than talking to someone in person. Like, what is that? You need to check yourselves. Check yourselves. If all you do is, if your only socialization is through a comment section or through a text message or Telegram or whatever you be on social media, like if that's your only
Super fun that she mentioned Telegram out of the first. She did mention Instagram or YouTube. She mentioned Telegram.
socialization, check yourself. Check yourself. Humans need connections, real connections, not just with your family. You need some different connections that you can actually feel like you're in your personality. So you can look someone in the eye and be like, hey, I'm Kira. You know, I'm real. I'm a person. I am like alive and breathing. Like we're both.
I mean, Kira, I think that we're normally distance a couple hundred or 1,000 miles. I texted you about a collab. I can't come and ask you for a collab. So just like reply to my DM.
Alive and breathing, and we're alive at the same time, the same generation. Like, we're lucky to even be alive at the same time right now. Like at this very moment, we are all on Earth, and we can't even look each other in the eye. We need to really set ourselves straight here because we're scared. We have social anxiety. We can't even look ourselves in the mirror. Like,
and the fact is that we don't really need a lot. The thing that internet has done is that you don't really necessarily need that kind of socialization. You have all you need through, like, you can order food online. You don't even need to go and buy it. You don't even need to leave your house, and you got the internet, you got the Wi-Fi, and you can already interact with the world. So in general, the one thing that has killed a lot of people's social skills is the internet. Not gonna lie. And even on the internet, they don't really know how to behave themselves, because once they get confronted with some random topic, it's blocked. Sorry.
if you walk past someone on the street, best believe they're either looking down, they're looking at their phone, they're looking elsewhere, they're not looking at you. Everybody got this pride where they're trying to hold their neck up, their chin up, like, oh, you know, I got everything figured out. Nobody got anything figured out, okay? Nobody knows anything about this world. Everything is just shoved in our faces.
I wanted to make this comment in the end, but she already passed me with it. I don't remember who specifically said it, which exact was it a YouTuber or a philosopher, but once you understand that the opposite, that all people around are just as dumb, afraid, and nervous as you are, life gets much more easier. Life gets absolutely easier because we get to think that everyone around us has everything solved out. They have no problems. They know exactly what they're doing in life, and we're the only ones struggling with these life challenges. If anything, most of us have it much more clearer that someone we may interact with and believe that they actually know better. I believe that the reason where it comes from is because we just know ourselves better. Like, I know everything that has happened in my life, even the slightest problem that I could build upon. Whereas when you see what you see outside another person while you're talking to them, it's not even 20%. I can guarantee you this. Even your best friend, I believe, couldn't reach up to 50. Even your best friend, your family might be somewhere around there, but still, that is a lot.
We are learning every day, so take the chip off your freaking shoulder. Look a person in the eye and smile. Like that's all it takes to be a friendly person nowadays. But
That's true, not gonna lie.
it doesn't happen. I don't see it. It's not like it's very rare to find someone who really looks you in the eyes and says, "How was your day?" Like, how
I mean, to be fair, Kira, you were talking about random people on the shop, in a shop, in the mall, or in a bus. Why would I want someone to like ask me that on a shop, in a shop, in a bus, or somewhere else? Like, I get what the point you're trying to make, but you're failing it a bit, just slightly a bit.
how are you? How are you for real? Don't just say good, you know? It's really aggravating because I work in customer service. I talk to people all the time and you can see the anxiety, you can see an insecurity, you can see something in them that triggers them from
Is it offline or online? Because these are two huge. They're like complete different, absolutely different. I can tell you that from personal experience.
actually being themselves and being like having the connection with them. They lack the connection in themselves. It's like a light switch, like we're all dimmed. We're not a full light. We're a dimmed light ever since 2020. And don't even get me started because 2020 was the year of vision. We all started becoming woke, so everything around us, we're like, oh, this is BS, the government is fooling us, blah, 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 all this BS. And
I think what 2020 also did is show that you don't really need social skills to survive that much. Like, probably in order to live a happy and joyful full life, you really need to have them and you need to interact with other people. But basically, what are all those remote jobs? What are all of those food deliveries, so to say? Like internet subscriptions. Where does it all come from? It all comes from the fact that people see that, okay, it's much more easier often, and you don't like, everyone thought that, oh my god, like businesses are gonna fall, life is gonna crush and crumble. And partly, yes, obviously some businesses didn't survive that pandemic, but still it was way better than I absolutely am sure people could have imagined, even at the beginning of March 2020. That's, I think, what was the main factor, and eventually it all led to what she's talking about right now.
ever since 2020, it's separated us, isolated us. It's made us feel like everyone's against us and we can't even look each other in the eyes anymore. We're all just far away from ourselves. We're isolated from ourselves. It's really sad to see. And since COVID, we have used excuses like being sick, being a germaphobe. We're all germaphobes now. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, why
am I hearing this term only today? I seriously never heard of the term germaphobe. I'm not gonna Google it with you, but I'm gonna Google it right now while we are listening to Kira.
What happened to us just being all in the same room together and partying it up, being in the club, in the 90s or the 2000s? Like, that is not a thing anymore. It's not.
No, that's a lie. Sorry, Kira. I do enjoy your content, but this is a lie. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in the States. Maybe I don't know. Maybe in smaller villages, but come on, people still love clubbing.
Gym is the new club because the only room you see a bunch of people in is the gym. And even the gym, you go to the gym nowadays, you can't even, you don't look at anybody in the eye. Everybody just I'm at the gym, so I'm better than everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Again, we talked about the gym thing before, but I also want to stop on the clubbing thing. I'll give you the credit, the benefit of doubt, because I haven't been clubbing before COVID. So maybe you, as a much more experienced person, can confirm that, okay, before COVID, there was much more people than now. But I can only imagine how much would I hate clubbing if this is actually true. Because for me, in 2024, those places are full. They are too full. Even like, you go on it on a Thursday night just because you think that, okay, Fridays are gonna be full, Saturdays are gonna be full, and your friends are actually asking you to come. So you decide, okay, but let's do it on the first day. And they are still absolutely packed. It's impossible to really dance. And I dance a lot with my feet, you know? So I really need the space, which I don't get. Oh, poor people in 2019.
The gym builds confidence, but don't let it build an ego. Okay. An ego is dangerous. An ego will deteriorate your personality to the point where no one likes you.
The ego is a good thing if you keep it, like if you live to it. It's important to build a strong ego. You don't have to be a jerk, but you gotta have a strong ego and then live up to it. Otherwise, it's just gonna turn into bullshit. So you have three paths: ego, bullshit, jerk. The stage is all yours.
Okay? Confidence is where everyone wants to be your friend. Everyone wants to be your friend, and you're able to look at other people in the eye. Honestly, that's confidence. That's true confidence. And if you can't look at anyone in the eye and you can't have a full-fledged conversation with someone and build a connection, there's something wrong with us. There's something wrong with this
As a person who usually starts at least conversations, I can confirm it is absolutely true. Confidence builds friendship.
population. And I can't speak for the whole world, but I know it's an American problem. I know that it's the country's problem. It could be the entire world. You never know. But
Shout out to Kira on this specific moment because she actually gives herself even the benefit of doubt. Like, okay, I don't know about the whole world. Maybe Europeans are different, but I'm talking about what I've seen in the US. That's why I like you. Hell, I'm even going to like the video. I think I'm already subscribed, but here, you deserve that like.
I feel like cultures alleviate this feeling of isolation because they have cultures that bring them together. They have reasons to have human connection, where it's like we have to build an excuse to have a human connection. Like we need to say, oh, we're networking, we're getting something out of someone, make sure I benefit off this person so that I can communicate with them. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? Why are you just trying to get something out of someone by being nice? Why can't you just be a nice person? Just be a
That is a good question, but I was wanting to tackle another, that the reason that like you either ask a person how they're doing because you actually care how they're doing, or because you want something from them. You can't just like ask how you're doing because of nothing. Like there's no third choice in those that I mentioned.
kind person unapologetically, and you'll reap what you sow with being kind. So that's it. It's just as simple as that. You don't have to bribe anybody for benefits. Like, it's not about that. You should just want to be a better person. You should just want to be kind. And if you don't want to be kind, then at least look someone in the eye and tell them that, tell them to F off. Be mean to their face. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to be a mean person, don't talk behind someone's back. Just say it to their face. Straight up.
But Kira, how can you say this stuff? Confronting someone, real eye contact. Like, I get what she's trying to say, but I've been talking about this for so long that I'm not even sure how much my commentary is necessary here. I'm only going to point out that that it's, how do you say? Okay, no, this actually may be in the moral of the video, so we're going to talk about this later.
That's full-fledged confidence, right? But if you can't do that, what are you doing? What are we doing? We are disconnecting ourselves. And this is why I'm making these videos. I'm trying to put some truth into the world, because this is what I think of every day. I think of so many thoughts every day. Sometimes I just gotta journal it. I gotta journal it. I gotta document it. Leave it for the history, for the younger generation, the generations after us. These videos are basically just for the next generation, because it's a mess. It is a pitfall of of this freaking population. It is a pitfall to go walk into the street and not be smiled at and to be ignored. You know, especially men. Men nowadays, it's like nobody looks at a man. You know what I'm saying? Even if they look good, even if you're a handsome looking dude and you're out there doing pull-ups, nobody's looking at you, bro.
I have belief. It's nothing wrong with me. It's wrong with the society. I always knew that I'm not the problem. That the reason people are not looking at me. Nah, I'm just kidding. Like, I'm not sure about the gym, but I think in general, I have even a saying whenever I go to hang out with a group of people that if you don't remember me after the event, probably I did something wrong.
Like, it's crazy. It is
And it's always in a good way. In a good way, remembering, not in a good way doing wrong.
insane. Like, why has it shifted so bad? Like, it's to the point where women.
I'm gonna give you my number one tip to get over a break.
Thank God you on the YouTube replay aren't gonna have to watch that. Wait, give me a sec. Now it's all good.
Shifted so bad. Like, it's to the point where women are the idols, we're the trophies, and we're the only ones capitalizing off of anything. But guess what? It's deteriorating femininity. It's deteriorating what womanhood really is and what it means to be a woman. What are we doing? We are allowing it to happen. We need to stop buying into it. And you know what? You know what? We need to realize what we're actually doing. We need to stop and think, hey, how can I actually be a better person? How can I go about today and change it up? How can I change up my routine so that it's not the same as everybody else? Because we're all just sheep herded into the same like thought processes. We all see the same videos in the doom scrolling. We all see the same memes. We hear the same sounds. We're all accustomed to the same bullshit, the same fake news. We need to stop and be like, yo, what can I do to stop? What can I do to alleviate all this toxic energy thrown at me?
I think the only way that you're going to make someone stop, or at least try to stop, is by ruining their life. Like, if their life is going to start sucking, then they might consider it. Otherwise, you can't pull a bear that doesn't want to get. You know how does the quote go? You can't save someone who doesn't want to be saved.
And I think it starts with just looking someone in the eye and smiling, because we're disconnecting ourselves subconsciously, going on our phones all the time. We're connected to the phone more than ourselves.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah, that's pretty much my rant today, because all I do is talk to people all day, and I just get reminded of how disconnected we really are, especially men and women. Like, we sit here trying to pick roles, and it's just be a good person, man. Just be a good human being. It's not much. Like, it really doesn't take much. You're born in this.
Like, now one day you're going to see our collab, because I think we can talk about this for like hours. I mean, it's true, but we live in a society. Like, I get what she's trying to say, but we live in a society. And you can be the next revolutionary person. You can start the whole marching thing. Or you can try to use it, like the things that you have right now, the best as you can. Or maybe actually try to find someone who's just okay fitting you and your lifestyle, and then ignoring the others. I don't know. It's complicated.
This world to figure it out. No, like, that's all there is to it. All you gotta do is look someone in the eye. And that's it. That's it today. I hope you liked it. This was my rant, and I really feel this rant. I'm ready to just sometimes I feel like giving my 2 cents to someone in person, you know? And that's where my confidence lies, because I feel like I would disrespect someone. Like, hey, can't you just ask me about my day? Like, I sit here and smile at people all the time, and it takes a toll on me. It takes me away from who I am, because when I smile at someone and they don't smile back, I'm just like, but it's okay.
That's
because I
uncomfortable.
choose to do this, and I am choosing to be a kind person. I don't want to be a kind person for benefits. So that's it, and I'll see you next time.
If there is one thing I've learned is that it's super hard to be kind just for the sake of being kind. So shout out to everyone who is still keeping up with this. But I actually have a different moral of the video, which is going to be like this. We have got so bad in general with our social skills that often, a lot of the times, if you have a choice to not say something or say something, just speak, just talk about this. And yes, you might get one or two weird negative reactions, but in general, we're all human beings, and that is something we all shall understand. While you think about it, I'm going to thank you all for watching this particular reaction live or not live, maybe in replay, depending how and when you were watching it. If you enjoyed it, please, I ask you very kindly, hit the subscribe button. Please, let's reach our milestone. It could change depending on when you're watching the video. Right now, it's 150 subscribers. Despite me being tired, I'm still producing these reactions to you, and I really hope for your feedback. So there's always a place to like the video if you enjoyed it. I want to see. Yeah, I see the like button appear. Or if you didn't enjoy it, please, the dislike button is also here for you. Where's my dislike cloud? There it is. But also don't forget, final thing that I remind you, write comments so that I would know what do you particularly enjoy or don't enjoy in my reactions. This was Zeno77 giving you yet another reaction. And for those of you watching live, we're going to watch another right now. But for those of you who are watching on YouTube, I'll see you probably in a couple days. All right, so reaction number 1 is done. Now we're heading to reaction number 2, and I'm genuinely going to do something afterwards because, man, ugh, I actually get the feeling that I'm getting tired. I'm probably gonna head for a little walk. Like, God, these ads. I apologize deeply, but these ads are super long. Okay, okay. Now we're good. Wait, give me a sec. Wait, what happened? I don't know. In any case, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna give you another reaction right now. Wait, I just need 1 second. Now, it's all good. So, this alpha male scares me. This is a video by a guy called Mimilus. And he's got 4.5 million subs. I have never heard of this guy. I've probably seen the face, these glasses covered with this mask, but I've never watched his content. So it's kind of interesting. Who is he going to talk about? How is he going to talk about? The topic of today's stream are social skills. And one of the reasons why I clicked this video because in the thumbnail it had a text which I believe might be a quote of the character we're going to talk about today, which said, "If you smile, it means you're weak," which is a hilarious quote, but an interesting one to discuss in such a stream. In any case, I hope you will enjoy the reaction. Before we start, please make sure that the subscribe button is already turned into gray and that the like button or dislike button is ready for you to be clicked on after the reaction. That being said, let's jump in.
Ever since Andrew Tate burst onto the scene a couple of years ago, we've seen a massive uptick of kids and teenagers thinking they're like him. Like, they all of a sudden think they're alpha males and they're built differently. Like, they watch Andrew Tate on TikTok ranting about, like, how sushi makes you gay or something, and think to themselves, wow, that is so me. That bald man that hides out in Romania, he is so me. I am 12 years old. Now, a couple of years have passed, and most of them seem...
To be fair, I did live in Romania. So even if I decided I could at least fake, I used to even speak the language, unlike Tate.
To have grown out of this phase, thankfully, but one remains. Well, actually, more than one, obviously, but one stands out amongst the rest. A bastion of useless life advice, Jake Ricks. Now, some of you may be thinking, that name's...
I think I saw not only this guy, but I may have seen this guy as well.
Sounds familiar, and you'd be right. I've spoken about him at length on my other channel, but I haven't checked in on him in a few months. And as you can probably tell by the quantity of videos I've done on him, he is my
scary alpha male responded to me. This is so embarrassing. He's actually lost his mind.
Favorite alpha male in the world. God, I love him. He is just such a melt. And just to give you a firm idea of how much of a melt he is, his bio is, I just made $1 million. And I can say it with a
Congrats, bruv. If he made $1 million, good for him.
Fair degree of certainty that that is absolute bullshit.
I don't blame you for hating on me. I'd fucking hate on me too if I was you.
I hate on...
I'm becoming fucking Batman from the same position that you are in.
Okay, so if you do...
You know what I don't like with these characters a lot of the times? And why usually, because a lot of the times I get heard that I might relate to the categories of, so to say, alpha male, but I never liked when people try to associate themselves with someone. Like this guy just said, I'm turning myself into Batman. I want to turn myself into Zenobi. I want to turn myself into me. You know, don't bring me on some Batman states. I don't freaking know. Supermans. We're only talking about the Iron Mans. Like, I want to be me, and that's like even the rhetoric. I know that maybe he does it unintentionally, but just the rhetoric, like I'm becoming the next Batman. No, you're never gonna freaking be Batman. Because Batman had his story. He's the one Batman. You are, whatever your name is, I didn't quite catch it at the beginning, Jake or Jack something. That is who you should be aiming to be. The Jack something.
Do not know what Jake Ricks does. He uploads
the Jake Rick, that should be your goal.
Joe Rogan clips to TikTok. That is it. He re-uploads other people's clips to TikTok, and apparently that makes him Batman. All right.
You need to look at the best of the best. You need to look at people like Elon Musk. Work out how they trained, how many hours they put in, and then you need to...
Wait, 1 second. Get the green screen up for this. This is Elon Musk. What do you mean how many hours a day he trains? Zero. Zero would be the answer to that.
If Elon Musk...
That's actually like curious, like how much does he... Probably like I am going to agree with the guy here. Probably Elon Musk doesn't train a lot.
Work 18 hours every day. What can I do?
I don't know if you shouldn't need to hear this from me. Don't work 19 hours a day. That is absolutely mental. And you will die at age 35 from a heart attack. Don't do that. There's nothing in this life.
Work smart and hard. And first of all, and don't forget the smart part. It's good to work hard, but you also have to work smart and effective.
That'd be worth it. What, 5 hours of sleep a night for?
If Conor McGregor or Mike Tyson put themselves through this much pain every day, find a way to put yourself through more pain.
Nah, man, like I'm alright. I know you need to like kind of seek discomfort to, you know, see some, I guess, positive gains in your life, and that is true to an extent.
That is like true, but again,
But you don't need to put yourself through torture to be successful. That's an absolutely insane mindset. Also coming from a guy who just uploads TikToks.
See, that's the problem.
smart and hard. Combine them. Combine them.
Problem of average people. They look at someone like me who says, I can become Batman.
What's this thing about Batman?
I mean, I don't blame the what's the guy's name? Memeless. I don't blame Memeless. I would laugh as well. Like, bro, I know nobody's gonna know the name right now. Maybe it's not gonna get that hyped. But you're not Batman. You're Jack. I'm sorry again. I keep forgetting your last name. But you're the Jack. You should become the Jack. Everyone wants to be Batman nowadays. You know why? You know why? Like, it's gonna sound stupid, but maybe somewhere deep inside that they don't know what the Jack means. I know what Zenobi means. Zenobi is going to be more famous and more cooler than Batman, because I know that. I just have to get there first.
Are you going out? Are you a vigilante, Jake Ricks? Are you beating up the bad guys? Are you catching the Joker, Jake Ricks?
I don't have any barriers. I don't have any limits. I can go further than Batman.
What does that even... I could go further... What does that mean? What are the comments saying? Batman
Batman can grow a full beard, mate.
can grow a full beard, mate!
Do you really think the men from World War II would have went to war if they knew this is who you would become?
What does that even mean? So who is he directing these at? Just average people? Oh, do you really think...
Like, the problem that I get, again, like, the message might be smart, even from this Jack guy, but he's putting it super badly. The point of yesterday's stream where we talked about Misha Petrov was use better words. Use words, like learn how to speak. And I think this goes very well with social skills. Mate, how often do you interact with people outside? Like, genuinely, how long, how often? Because you have potential, man. You do have it, but you got to coordinate it into the right way.
Those men went to war so you could sit at home and watch Netflix. Yes. What did they think? What did they think we were gonna do? Grind 19 hours a day making TikTok videos? No.
You actually know how lucky you are. Do you know how much them soldiers in them graves would die to be in your...
How much them soldiers...
Yes, that is true. That is like a good message, just formulated correctly.
In them graves. Do you think they'd be proud of your grammar, Jake Ricks?
Why do you...
Exactly. Like, you see, that's the thing with Memeless. Memeless can catch him on these details. Like, bro, a bit more, like, you're on a good path. I'm not saying that I'm ideal, guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't say that my reactions, my videos, or anything that I do is ideal, but I can see that this guy, he's not a bad person. He's not stupid. He just needs to like work on some of the problems that he has. That, for example, Memeless is pointing out here. Instead of doing reactions that, you don't understand, I'm gonna be the next Batman. Like, listen to his criticism, because he's actually criticizing you. Like, he's not right now hating you. He's really criticizing you. Good. And that's good. You gotta be thankful that there's a person who dedicates time to that and try to fix what's wrong. Or if you think that he's wrong, you don't fix it. Imagine if one day someone's gonna make a diss on me, and then eventually I'm going to be sent this clip where people are going to say, you said it's stupid, you gotta listen. Can't wait for those days.
Sleep 5 hours a day because I enjoy life. I enjoy waking up. I want to wake up. I don't want to fucking sleep. I want to wake up so I can...
That fucking clip of him rolling out of bed and doing press up.
I mean, to be fair, like I'm not right now really laughing at Jack. I'm laughing at this guy. The guy's laughing and I'm laughing. I mean, put a smile on that face.
I want to wake up, enjoy life. I enjoy waking up. I want to wake up. I don't want to fucking sleep. I want to wake up so I can.
That fucking clip of him rolling out of bed and doing press-ups. Oh my god. Who are you trying to impress?
Because when you actually enjoy life and you're progressing, you don't want to sleep.
Yeah, I mean, you do. You do want to get more than 5 hours of sleep a night.
It depends on the age, on the stuff. Like, for example, I've recently noticed that depending on when I go to bed, that may bring me. I may want to sleep less. For example, if I can go early, I might wake up at like 5 a.m. because of the sun that's going from my window. Like, genuinely wake up. I might not get out of bed, but I can still like check the time, maybe think about something in my head, maybe like pick a book even, for instance. So like, but I mean, five hours is good.
Right, you know what I mean?
The reason you sleep for 8.
Okay, we're not paid for this for this advertisement, so we're obviously not showing it. Wait, or I can just cut it. No, I'm not gonna cut it. Wait, boom.
The reason you sleep for 8, 9, 10 hours
It's because I'm healthy.
is because you have no desire to wake up. You have nothing to motivate you to wake up.
Most people do. They just want to get an adequate amount of sleep so they can be.
Yeah, but I partly with Jack here. A lot of the times, like there are times where people don't get up just because they don't. Like if you're actually motivated to do it, you get up. You get up. You don't wait. I have a friend. I'm not gonna say names here, but what he told me is that if, for example, when he goes on a trip and he needs to be in the airport super early, he can sleep for like 3 hours and get up and be all hyped up. He doesn't need any more sleep because bruh, I'm going on a trip. How can I sleep? I'm so excited. Like, I'm so hyped up to go on that trip. So I get what this Jack guy is saying, and I'm on his side on this take.
Be happy in day-to-day life.
50 years ago, it was 100 times harder to make money.
Yeah, but houses were about 2,000 times cheaper, so, you know, I think it balanced out in their favour. I seriously resent the older generation. They had it so fucking easy, and they act like they didn't. Like, people born in the 70s, they had it so good. They can move out and buy a house at age 18 for 2 farthings. Where did it all go wrong?
Today, we have social media. It's the biggest fucking opportunity to save your bloodline.
To save my blood. Okay, from what?
Yeah, like this again, the formula. Like, I get, bro, what you're trying to say. And again, you're quoting a person we all know who you're quoting. You're quoting Andrew Tate. But the thing is, it's a good message. But bro, saying social media is the best fucking opportunity to save your bloodline. Like listen to this sentence one more time and please tell me that you can see why am I criticizing you for it. It says a lot and nothing at the same time.
From an endless circle of poverty.
From endless circle. Okay, Jake. All right.
Is it okay to be fat?
Oh yeah, of course.
Why?
Because if people want to be, then they can be.
You can just be a criminal. You can just be a rapist.
Well, I mean, choosing to be fat may not be the healthiest lifestyle in the world, but you can't compare it to being a rapist and a murderer.
I think the message that this Jack guy was trying to deliver is you can't just do something wrong if you decide that it's okay to do that wrong. Again, I think I mentioned already in some previous reactions my take on this. It's okay to be fat. You know, it's okay to have a problem, but it's bad to simply accept it. Like, it's okay if someone is fat. It's not okay if they decide, well, what am I going to do about it? What am I going to fix about it? That's the problem. And yeah, I get the comparison here. I mean, it's obviously too radical. It's more for the clicks, but it delivers the message good. And it's better formulated than social media is the best opportunity to save your bloodline. It's this sentence compared to the previous one is much better formulated.
What are you on? I really want to know where he's going with this. Because how can you equate like someone being fat to being a rapist and a murderer?
It isn't okay to be fat. If what you just said is true, then you've just justified every single criminal act.
Being fat is illegal. It's not a criminal act.
Hate. Hate.
Jake Ricks, the mighty Jake Ricks, laughs. He chuckles in the face of, what was it? Hate. He chuckles in the face of hate. No amount.
It reminds me of the quote from Puss in Boots, who laughs in the face of death. Bro, but you can actually make this your own quote. Jack last name laughs at the face of hate. Bro, that is gonna be such a badass thing to say. I'm not gonna even lie. It doesn't sound cringy at all.
Of hate you puss his way can get him down. He's a very positive man, as you can see.
You think hate is going to stop me from buying a blacked out Lamborghini? Not a fucking chance.
What is this fucking horrible music in the background, by the way? What is this?
You need to get to this point where no one understands you.
It's like a broken ambulance sound, you know?
It's not okay to play video games. It's not.
Well, let's watch the full video and then understand what he means.
Not okay to be out of shape.
What do you do all day? Like, I mean, I don't really play video games. I might play a video game like once a month. I don't play games that much. But like, I watch Netflix and stuff. I watch a movie. I watch a bit of YouTube. I do some hobbies and that. What do you do? What do you do? Or do you just work all day? That sounds miserable.
It's not okay to sit down.
I think that I've been actually thinking about this today. The only way you can progress in life and become a better person is by appreciating what you have at the moment and moving forward. That's when you move forward. When you had the time to appreciate, then you can progress. Because you can't just simply do stuff. Like if there's no results, there's simply action. Action needs to lead to results. Otherwise, I don't remember who said it. Time without money is useless. Money without time are worthless. I don't remember who said it. Maybe I twisted it slightly, but it's a famous quote. You should Google it up.
And watch Netflix for hours. It's not okay to be weak.
How does that make you? Just enjoy your life, man. What is the point in making loads of money, which he's definitely not doing, by the way? But what is the point in like working hard, earning a bit of money if you can't enjoy it and enjoy your downtime? Yeah, go on.
What the fuck are you doing?
Sorry, what was the caption? Only scared people smile. Why does he deep fry all his videos? Look at these. These have gone through so many fucking layers of editing.
What kind of man walks around with a smile on his face 24/7?
A man who is happy, I guess.
No, I'm with Jack on this. You don't walk with a smile 24/7, because then the smile becomes useless. But you need to know how to smile. You need to know when to smile, and it's a whole art, but not 24/7. And trust me, a happy person, no matter male or female, does not smile 24/7.
He's hating on smiling now. He's hating on happiness. Jake Ricks doesn't want you to be happy, guys. He's just trying to get you down. Stop working. Quit your job. Watch Netflix 24/7. Play video games 24/7. Jake Ricks doesn't want you to succeed. You can succeed in becoming a pro gamer if you just play video games all day. Trust me. Do it.
The reason people do this is to let other people know that they're not a threat.
Jake, do you want to come across as a threat to everyone you meet?
This is because you're scared of and you cannot handle conflict. So you find a way to ensure that you never encounter it.
Well, yeah, why would you go out?
Yeah, like this is, sorry, poor take, Jack. Like, I get what you had a good hook at the beginning. It's true, you don't want to smile 24/7, but not because you want others to think of you as a threat, but because if you do an action the whole time, eventually it becomes useless. There is a reason that because we can compare, for example, a smile to a tear, we can accept, we can appreciate the smile. Whereas if there's only smiling or even only tears, we can't really define what is it good or bad for us. Everything good is understood in comparison.
Your way to encounter conflict. People aren't just going to walk around with like furrowed brows, like just looking for trouble with a scowl on their face. Obviously, you can't see the scowl on my face right now, but walking around with a scowl on their face, looking for trouble. All right, Jake, we get it. You're a big hard man, and you love to fight people.
When an army of 1,000 Vikings marched towards a village, do you think the men in that village stood around moaning, crying, getting upset, wondering what the fuck to do? No.
Yeah, probably. Like, being realistic, yes. Yes.
Picked up their swords and they dealt with the problem.
They were like, how do we put this correctly? A lot obviously were afraid, but when there was the one who told, okay, guys, well, screw it, we're gonna have to fight or die. They're like, yeah, we're taking our swords.
What? Innocent civilians? That's a very, very weird way of saying they massacred a village. Do you really think the Vikings had a problem with committing mass murder against civilians? No, pick up your sword and do the same.
I mean, I might not agree with a lot of takes this memeless guy does, but I get where he gets the 4.5 million. That's some very good, that's some catchy editing coupled with actual sheer opinions. Even if I might not agree with them, at least they're sheer and they are clear. Like, I can get what this guy doesn't like and likes and doesn't like about Jack. I'm gonna call him Jack. I gave you a new nickname, man. From now on, you're not Jack Riggs, you're Jack.
To be fucking average, and if that pisses you off, that is your problem. I want to shoot machine guns, I want to drive Lamborghinis at 200 miles per hour.
I think this guy might have a bit of a screw loose. Like, the last video was him glorifying the mindset of mass murdering civilians. This one he's talking about firing.
No, he wasn't. Okay, to be fair, you're wrong here. He wasn't glorifying mass murder. He was, as I understood from the content, pushing the idea that you can't just sit down and moan, but you have to fight for what's yours, even if it's unfair. If life, like, why is this specifically your village? Why? How did you deserve it? Maybe you didn't deserve it, but you can't always understand what life gives you. You just have to live by its rules. So yeah, that's an L from your side, memeless.
Machine guns. I don't think this guy's okay. Can someone check on him, please?
I want to make fucking millions. I don't want to work a stupid slave job for the rest of my life.
Fine, don't do that. Do your thing. Stop posting these TikToks. There are so many of these.
Even if I don't agree with memeless, I can't stop laughing from him. The guy is simply good. I get where he gets the views.
He has to upload at least like 2 or 3 of these a day. Stop talking about it. Just do it, man.
You can't resist this. A chocolate fucking biscuit.
Yeah, it's yummy. What's wrong with a yummy little disc of chocolate and biscuit? A chocolate biscuit never hurts anybody. What's your problem with chocolate biscuits, Jake?
And you get a bit upset because you see all these people that are in shape and you're like, why aren't I in shape?
I can't lie, right? I would rather be a little bit out of shape and still be able to eat Chocky Bickies. Why would I want to be ripped if I cannot eat Chocky Bickies anymore, huh? There's very few things I get more joy out of in life than sinking my teeth into a nice Chocky Bicky.
You have to have
eating ice cream, for example. Like, I mean, I think that's more of a choice. People just simply choose what they prefer more. Either like having the outside body or eating the sweets. I believe there's a golden middle. You can't really say no to everything, but there are always limits.
Animal mindset.
What is this? Why is he just stood in his bathroom in a fucking towel, flexing his muscles? What am I doing with my evening watching this? What are you doing watching this? Actually, no, keep watching, please. I need the watch time. And like and subscribe while you're here, please.
I was supposed to be talking about social skills. Yeah, I need to make more research on my videos. Usually the Brad Cooper or Misha Petrov streams, like the ones that are dedicated only to one person, work good, but when we're trying to mix YouTubers, we kind of get confused because they sometimes may offer a similar title but very different topics.
You have to be fucking relentless in whatever context, whatever situation.
Yeah, guys, go outside in your garden and throw a medicine ball up in the air in the middle of the night. That'll fix all your problems.
You have all these movies with...
What's on those being like 200 grams each? Why does he put so fucking many on?
You need to get addicted to the game of life. It is literally GTA. You can become Superman.
I mean, so that's everyone on the...
I think there's something wrong with me, but whenever a person who I can see might look kind inside is smiling or laughing, I cannot smile. Shout out to you, Memeless. You brighten people's days. I truly believe that if you watch this guy, you're at least going to like smile. Even if he's going to criticize your favorite influencer, even if he's going to criticize your friend, you're still gonna like pull a smile. Notice how he doesn't really curse a lot or insult people. He's actually trying to put it in a very comic way. And I don't remember what research was it specifically, but there was a research that good comedy is a result, or no, what's the word in English? Good comedy is a sign of high intelligence. So yeah, I have a lot of pros. No, pros sounds bad. I have a lot of arguments for saying that this guy, the memeless guy, might have a high IQ level.
Planet. No one has played GTA 6 except for, I guess, the game testers. Yeah, that's nice, Jake. Thanks for the positivity. Now, Jake also has a YouTube channel. His banner says Jake Rick's Earth Conquest. And he's uploaded 52 videos in a row called Extreme Monk Mode. What does that mean? I have no idea. Am I going to find out? No, I am not. Frankly, I do not need that information in my life. How to beat hate. You truly might have autism. But let's watch this video about becoming intelligent fast, because Lord knows I need that.
How to increase your intelligence very quickly. If you look at me around a month ago, I've never been articulate. I wasn't really dumb, but I was never an intelligent person.
Okay, this video is boring. I'm going to put it on double speed so we don't have to sit through this.
You can put some headphones in, put some earphones in, or just play it out loud on your computer. Just play it in audiobook 24/7.
This whole video is just books. Half of this video is reading books. No shit, reading books will make you cleverer. Cleverer? No, actually, the whole video is about reading books. Yes, Jake, that is how you become clever. 4 worst habits making men weak. I'm going to put this on double speed as well, because he speaks at about 0.2 words a minute.
4 bad habits that are making men weak and completely destroying their lives.
That is kind of true. Like the previous one, probably no, but this one really has to be played on 2x speed. Like, I mean, it's good that you're trying, Jack. I'm not gonna lie. More than half of the population will never even dare to try to speak. So it's good that you're trying to do it and keep moving. I truly believe that a couple of details fixed, and you can actually achieve what you're aiming for.
So number 1, as probably expected by a lot of you, is video games.
Okay, you know what? I've gone onto his channel expecting to, you know, be hit with bangers like on his TikTok, but it's just boring. It's just so boring, and I cannot force myself to watch more of this. Like and subscribe for, I don't know, big muscles.
Well, moral of the video. Moral of the video. You need to know when to enjoy life. So how am I going to formulate this correctly? You got to work hard on yourself. It's obvious you got to progress, but in order to actually progress in life, you need to first accept and appreciate what you have, what you did. It doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to take even hours, but at least once a day, try to thank God or whatever you believe in, to thank the universe, so to say, for what you're blessed with and for the things that you've been able to achieve. I think this is a great way to finish this reaction. This wasn't quite about social skills, but trust me, social skills play a huge role on that. We're going to probably have another stream about that topic soon, or maybe not. Who knows? Who knows? In any case, this was Zeno77 presenting yet another reaction to you guys. I really thank you for watching them, and I really, really love your comments. Like, I don't even really care about the likes number or the dislikes number, but I truly care about the comments, because there I can actually feel what you have been talking about. What are your thoughts, and what would you like to hear about more? I don't mean that you shouldn't like the videos. I don't mean that you should dislike the videos if you didn't like them, but I can forgive you forgetting to like the video if you write a good comment, like any comment. Usually people who write them really want to say something, so I hope that you also have something to share. Why? Because we're socializing. This channel is not just mine, but it's also yours, because this exists particularly because of you. You are the ones watching, you are the ones subscribing, you're the ones liking and disliking, and you're the ones sharing this content with someone else. And I thank you all for this. On this great note, where we all smile, I say we call it a day. I will see you in my other reactions.